Ladies and gentlemen, today we gather to discuss an ideal that transcends industries, cultures, and individual lives: gender equality in the modern workplace. This is not just a principle, nor merely a box to check on a corporate social responsibility sheet. This is a promise, a commitment to creating a world where talent, passion, and determination define one's success rather than gender. It is about crafting workplaces where respect, fairness, and collaboration thrive, where every voice has the strength to resonate, every mind the freedom to create, and every heart the courage to lead. Let's imagine for a moment a world where opportunity truly knows no boundaries. Imagine an environment where every woman, man, and individual, regardless of gender, is valued, where ideas flow freely, unburdened by prejudice, and innovation surges forward, fueled by diverse perspectives. This is not just an aspiration, but a vision we can achieve if we are bold enough, committed enough, and if we understand that gender equality is the bedrock of progress, prosperity, and purpose in any workplace. As we examine our own workplaces, we need to ask ourselves, are we truly giving equal opportunities? Are we fostering an environment where a person is valued for the quality of their ideas, their dedication, and their potential? Or are there subtle biases, unseen barriers, and outdated expectations holding some people back? We all know that historically, many workplaces were structured in ways that excluded women or limited their progression, often relegating them to roles with less power, less influence, and less visibility. We have come far since then, but we must realize that progress is not a finish line, it is a journey. There is still much work to be done. Today, there are still women and gender diverse individuals, despite their qualifications, face pay gaps, discrimination, and harassment. This is an injustice that cannot and must not continue. Gender equality in the workplace is about more than fairness. It is also about the benefits that equality brings. Studies have shown that companies with gender diverse leadership teams have better financial performance. Organizations with balanced workforces are more resilient, more innovative, and more successful in navigating complex challenges. Diversity of thought brings creativity. And when we foster equality, we unleash the full potential of all our people. It is simply smart business to be inclusive, fair, and forward-thinking. Let's talk about the reality of the glass ceiling. This invisible barrier still exists in many industries, holding people back despite their talents and contributions. We need to shatter this barrier, not only because it is the right thing to do, but because it is the wise thing to do. Imagine a future where we see gender parity at every level of leadership. Imagine our daughters, nieces, and friends growing up in a world where they are truly equal players on the field of opportunity. We owe it to future generations to make this vision a reality, to show them that no dream is out of reach. To achieve this, we must take concrete steps. We must recognize and challenge biases, those subtle attitudes or assumptions we may not even be aware of. We must promote policies that support equality, such as flexible work hours, parental leave, and mentorship programs that empower individuals of all genders to thrive. We must hold ourselves and our leaders accountable for creating inclusive environments. And crucially, we must foster a culture of respect where everyone feels safe and valued. To all of us here, I say, let us be the advocates of this change. Let us be the mentors who encourage others to rise, the managers who reward based cults, who celebrate each other's successes without prejudice. Let us lead with empathy and strength, creating workplaces where everyone is seen for who they are and for what they bring to the table. Let us not be silent bystanders, but rather passionate participants in building a world where gender equality is not a distant goal, but a present-day reality. This journey will not always be easy, and there will be challenges. But change has never been born from comfort. It is born from courage, from the willingness to question the status quo and the desire to build something better. As we work toward a future of true gender equality, remember that each of us plays a part. Every act of fairness, every decision made with equity in mind, every voice raised for inclusion contributes to this cause. So let us go forward with purpose. Let us break down the walls that have divided. Let us lift up those who have been held back. And let us prove that our workplaces can be places of equality, dignity, and boundless opportunity for everyone. Together we can and we will create a future where gender equality is not a goal, but the very foundation upon which we build a brighter, stronger, and more inclusive world. Thank you. Thank you for your enthusiasm and commitment to this cause. Let's dive deeper into the profound changes that true gender equality can bring, not only to the workplace, but to society as a whole. Imagine the ripple effect of achieving true gender equality. When we open doors for women, non-binary individuals, and every underrepresented gender in the workplace, we don't just lift one person or one team, we elevate families, communities, and economies. When people experience equal treatment, fair pay, and respect in their careers, they carry that confidence and sense of worth back home. They serve as role models, inspiring the next generation to believe in their potential. When young girls see women in leadership roles, they see a pathway to their own dreams. When young boys see respect for women in every field, they learn to value partnership, compassion, and fairness. This is how we shape a future that benefits all of humanity. But achieving this vision means challenging a deep-seated history of gender norms and biases. Many of the barriers faced by individuals today stem from outdated stereotypes, often subconscious, that dictate who is suited for certain roles. We've all heard the phrases, women are too emotional, men are natural leaders, or some jobs are just for men. These beliefs limit potential and stifle talent. As we work toward equality, it is essential that we define what it means to be a leader, a contributor, and a colleague. We must recognize that empathy, collaboration, resilience, and intelligence are not gender traits, they are human traits. We must embrace them in everyone. Let us also recognize the courage of those who have tirelessly fought for gender equality, often in the face of adversity. These trailblazers paved the way for us to have this conversation today, and their stories remind us that progress is possible. From the women's suffrage movements to those who championed workplace rights in the 20th century to the leaders of today who challenge glass ceilings in every industry, each step forward has been won through determination and sacrifice. We must honor that legacy by refusing to accept anything less than full equality. It is not enough to celebrate these figures once a year or honor their contributions only in history books. Instead, let's carry their spirit into our daily work, pushing boundaries and fighting for fairness, regardless of the challenges we face. And to leaders here today, you hold the power to shape culture. Your words, your decisions, and your values are seen and absorbed by everyone in your organization. The responsibility is great, but so is the potential for positive impact. Create environments where people feel free to speak up, challenge norms, and support one another. Model inclusive behavior, address inequality whenever it arises, and never be afraid to listen and learn. Because when leaders commit to gender equality, it becomes more than just a policy, it becomes a culture. Finally, let's talk about allyship. Gender equality cannot be achieved by women or marginalized genders alone. Men, too, have a powerful role to play as allies. By speaking up against unfair treatment, supporting initiatives for diversity, and in acknowledging and challenging their own biases, male allies can accelerate progress. When men join this mission, standing beside their colleagues, advocating for change, and recognizing the value in diverse teams, they send a powerful message that equality is everyone's responsibility. So as we leave here today, let us carry this vision with us. Let us strive to build workplaces that reflect the world we want to live in, a world where every individual, regardless of gender, has the chance to thrive, to be valued, and to contribute to their fullest. We each have a role in this mission, and together we can make equality not just a goal, but the standard for generations to come. Let's be relentless, let's be bold, and let's continue to lift each other up as we pave the way toward a future of true inclusion. Thank you, and let's make this journey together.